And now, I'd like to introduce a man who came to bat for us the other day and gave us a platform to hear our voice heard. Hear our voice heard. Is that a word? Is that how you say that? I'm not even sure. How you doing, sir? God bless Texas. You all know him. And his laughter. Anyways, I'm getting out of here. Let's let Senator Ted Cruz do some talking for us. Welcome to the stage.
God bless the truckers. Let me just say to each of you, thank you for being here. Thank you for speaking out. Thank you for giving your voice. You are standing up. You're standing up for truckers across the country, but you're standing up for every man, every woman, every child in America.
Amen.
You're standing up for freedom. This didn't used to be that complicated a proposition. It ought to be your choice what you put in your body.
Absolutely.
It ought to be your choice what health care decisions you make.
That's right.
Yeah. Right.
And it damn sure ought to be your choice what health care is done to your kids.
That's right.
Now look, we've all got our rights. If you choose to get the COVID vaccine, that's your choice. Fantastic. But if you make the choice not to, that's your choice also. And it shouldn't be a bunch of petty government tyrants who are trying to force you to make a personal health care decision.
That's right.
You know, 2 years ago when this pandemic started, you had lots of politicians who would give speeches about heroes. When these idiot politicians shut down small businesses and schools all over the country, you heard those same politicians talking about the hero truck drivers that made our supply chain move, that put food on the shelves, that ensured that people had what they need for day-to-day life. Heroes that they were praising, they're trying to get fired. We heard about first responders. These politicians are trying to fire cops and firefighters who dare make the decision for their own health care. Doctors and nurses. How many poetic speeches did we hear about the heroes on the front line until these idiots say, sorry, if you don't comply, you're fired. Soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, nurses, teachers. It is fundamentally wrong. I'll tell you, I've talked to Navy SEALs who spent a decade or more defending our nation, who trained, who've gone through incredible lives to keep us safe, and now these idiots are saying you're fired if you don't comply. It is fundamentally wrong.
Why are they doing it?
And I want to tell you, your voice is being heard.
Good, man.
When the Canadian truckers began speaking up, the eyes of the world were transfixed on Canada. Canadian truckers, they were standing up for Canadian freedom, but they were standing up for Americans as well.
That's right.
Carrying on that same spirit. And let me take a minute to speak to the folks in the media who want to portray you guys as a bunch of violent criminals. That is utter and complete garbage. The men and women here, you are exercising your First Amendment right to free speech and peaceful protest. And something the left doesn't seem to understand. If you engage in violence, you go to jail. But if you don't engage in violence, If you're exercising free speech, you got a right to do that, whether I First Amendment right to speak out and say what you believe. But in this case, what you're speaking out for is the freedom of people.
That's right.
And so I am proud to stand with you. I am proud to stand alongside you as we fight for freedom. And people are waking up all across this country. People are waking up. And there's a very simple message. You know, several of us met earlier this week in the Capitol. There are a bunch of reporters. Oh, at one point, one of the reporters from a left-wing outlet said, "Fivers." Now, as I look around, I don't see any fevers. I do see people who are pissed off. But, you know, they ask, what do you want? All right, I'm going to put it really simply for the reporters that are not all that bright and not all that honest. What the men and women want here is for the government to leave you the hell alone. And that is the most American sentiment you could imagine. It is your life. It is your health care. It is your speech. It is your freedom, and you have the right to speak and make the choices for your own family. The Constitution protects it, and we will stand and fight you, and God bless the United States of America.
How do you follow up that? You know, at the beginning of this in Adelanto, the first time I took the stage, was a very scary moment. And that, you know, I'm like, what the heck am I doing up here? Never thought it would lead to a moment that I'm standing next to Senator Ted Cruz. But I don't call it a speech, when I rambled in Adelanto, California, I said that it is time to remind our government that they work for us. I think you're starting to see that here by the presence of Senator Ted Cruz. He seems to understand that, and I look forward to continued dialogue with him and his colleagues and members of the House to keep doing what we're doing here and drive forward with the message that we're trying to set forward here. As we set off on this convoy, I believe he's going to be hopping in the lead truck. Hi, Fox News, we're out here. Hi, CNN, we're out here. Hi, MSNBC, we're out here. Yeah, maybe now you'll show it, right? Thank you. Thank you. Hats off, round of applause for Senator Ted Cruz for joining us. Awesome having you out here. We greatly appreciate it. At this time, I'd like everybody to start heading back to their vehicles and start getting them ready. Remember, do not pull out until you are directed to do so. We will be running this convoy like we did in the couple days back, where it was dress right dress, as I call it. Remember to have your partner in the convoy. You're going to ride right beside them. Prepare for instructions. Thank you all for this morning. What an awesome opportunity here to have Senator Ted Cruz in the lead truck. Love you all. God bless America. Let's have a great day.